we'll go through the PDI process, like how to request personal developer instance, and then we can start on that. So we use developer.servicenow.com, which is official, which is official link for any like development if you want to learn new things, or if you want to like for example you want to know any client side functionality or server side functionality, then you can use this reference link in order to check any functions or any methods like that. Okay, and there are few documentations others are available here. So first you can sign in so that you can request an instance. So generally if you don't have, you need to sign up first and then you can sign. Okay. Let me use another account. So once you log in, you'll get this kind of screen, or if you don't get, you can click on request instance. So here we have two types they're asking. Do you code? Like if you code, then you need complete developer IDE where you will be getting admin access. So if you need any guided experience, like without writing much of code, if you want to develop something, then you can choose this. So as we want everything, we can choose any developer instance. Okay. So you can choose what you will be doing here and then finish the shutdown. Okay, then if you click on start building, then it will take some time to set up the instance. So the instance has been created for us, and then we can directly log in. Like this is the admin is the username and password was like auto generated password was there, right? If you want to change the password, you can change. I'll show you that before let's get started. It's taking time to load. So as as ServiceNow came up with new new UI, that is uh, next experience they are calling it is. So in this, like how we do our work is little bit different, like how they are showing the UI and all. So if you like click on all, there will be pin. So if you want to see everything which is listed in down there, then you can click on it. I'll show you, and you can unpin. So pin or unpin to maximize or minimize the working space. Okay. And see everything available in one place. Apply filters, narrow down whenever you need. Okay. So that I'll show you. And even you can add filters and favorites. Okay. And even you can see the browsing history and all. Okay. So here, like you can see some of the things, right? All favorites and history. So whenever if you click on all, you will be getting all the applications and all the modules which are available within ServiceNow. Okay, so in ServiceNow, whatever at the top, okay, we call it as application, self-service application. Under it, we have few modules. Like for example, I want incident. Okay, so I can click on incident, that it will be opening me the incident page. Okay. If I want something else, I have to click on that particular link. Okay. So this is the application, and whatever it is below, it is that is the module. And you don't want every time to click on this all, and you might want all these applications to be readily available. Then what you can do, you can pin so that it will be available directly here. But you might feel that like working space which is the right side, if it is less, then you might want to continue like this. Okay, so we call this as application like navigation. Okay, so this is the navigation wherever, like if you want to open any table within ServiceNow, or if you want to open any portal or UI page, as an end user, they will come here and type, for example, they might want to open any portal or anything. or something they want to do. So self-service portal, or they might want to open any other things. They will come here and use this. Okay. Even as a developers, if you want to redirect to any scripts or anything, the first place is this navigation. Okay. And in this favorites, we will be having mostly like if you want, for example, I use incidents, okay, mostly. So what I can do, I can click on incidents. I want open incidents every time. So I can click on this icon. So if I click on this icon, it will be added to this favorites, right? So if you want to change this logo, or if you want to change this naming, then you can click on this edit. Okay, and you can change. Okay, you can say open incidents. That it will be easier for you. Okay, you can add to the favorites what you use mostly, and you can use this. Okay, so once you don't need to click every time, type everything, so that you can directly get all the open incidents from you. And history, what it tells us, like what are the recent visits we have done. So I just now I have opened incidents, right? That's why it is showing incidents here. Like if I open any other things, like for example, problem is it. So if I open a problem, uh, it might need to refresh, but after some time, so the recently visited all the records will be in the history. Okay, I got problems here right now. So this is the workspaces. So so generally agents will be working on this particular ServiceNow platform in order to fix any of the issues or provide to the support of any of the like incidents or problems or any other records. So workspaces is the one place from where they can do all the things. Okay. For example, CMDB workspace is there, or okay. So workspace is something which is we can relate to the portal, but it's for agents. So for agents means who will be solving the tickets, and who will be supporting those tickets from the backend. So till these many days, we didn't had these workspaces. So they had to use the like platform UI. Platform UI means opening the tables and clicking on the buttons, all this, right? So now, by the use of this workspaces, or if there is any homepage, they want to see some of the reports, or they want to see some diagrams, like or open incidents assigned to them or anything like that, or any count, like it's like looking like a home page with dashboard, right? So only for this application, okay, for each of the application we might have different home pages. So we have opened CMDB. So for CMDB related all the reports and important overview, all this we can see in home page. So if they are working on any other tables, so they can click on this list view. Okay, and they can open any of the tables. Okay, here directly, which are related to CMDB. So this all we can build using workspaces. And if they open any of the record, So they might need some other related information regarding that particular record, or for example, here they want to see the timeline and health within this particular record itself. Okay. So if they minimize it, they can see all the record details here and related change requests, incidents, tasks, all those. And even like if they want any other information, they can see here the service relationships, or if they have any attachments, they can see the attachments here or add the attachments here. Okay, so it is a single place for agents. Okay, agents or any the persona is like, instead of using general tables and homepage, the ServiceNow come up with a new UI, which is workspaces. Okay, so they can directly click on workspaces and they can open the workspaces here. And here, which we are seeing is global search. So, for example, if you want to search for any of the table or any of the knowledge information, you can directly search here. Okay. For example, I know for example, this particular CMDB handy, like name is handy. So I can directly search here so that I can find that particular record. Okay. So we directly got that record. I guess it's some KB article, not that particular record, but as we are in the workspace, I guess it is searching in the workspace, but let's see by going into, yeah, so by default, knowledge and what are all the task related tables are there, that will be searchable. But if you want to add more searches, there we need to do some configurations. I guess they didn't do. But generally for incidents and problems and all, it will be directly configurable. For example, this is the problem number. So we got directly this problem, right? With the exact match. So yeah, so upon clicking on this problem number and clicking on entering, I directly got that particular problem. Okay. So why? Because this is a global search. All the task related tables which are extended from task, which is the main table, we directly got here. Okay. And so in ServiceNow, there will be in any instance, we might have different applications, right? Means different projects or different applications based on their need. So whenever we are developing, we should be in that particular scope which we are working. So by default, it is a global scope, right? So if you want to change to any other scope, you have to come here and change the scope. Okay. And if you want to change the update set, you can open this and you can select the update set which you want to work. This is kind of help where if you want any, if there are any directly related articles regarding that particular, for example, if there is any new thing, or for example, let me check. So they might, so if there is any page, they can add some help articles here. So if there is any help article, it will be coming here if it is attached. Uh, Even I need to check how this particular help will be working. So otherwise you can directly click on this. So which will be redirecting to our docs, and there you can search for what you are looking for. So docs.servicenow.com is a single place where you can find the document related to any of the functionalities, right? And here it is for the notifications. So if there are any notifications for the logged in user, that is, it will be coming. Okay. And in the profile icon, we have few things. Which first one is profile, with your name and role, all that thing will be coming, and the next one is preferences. So in preferences, if I click, so what are all the things you want? So so if you want form sections and related lists and tabs, like how it was previously looking, then if you want, you can check this. Otherwise, you can uncheck this. So like if you don't want clumsy list to be clumsy, if you open like any record in the list view, you can select this. For example, like so now you can say like this, right? So if I uncheck it and refresh it, so now it is bit clumsy, right? But if you want to be look good for you, if you then you can check this, right? So now we'll get a little bit more space between each of the problems. So for it, it will be applicable for all the list. Okay. So the date format. So in which format you want it, you want to see the dates, right? So there will be so many like dates, like updated time or created time, in which format you want to see the dates. Okay, so that you can select here. And time zone, like based on the time zone, it will be showing us like whether it is today or tomorrow or how many hours ago, all those. So for that, you can select the time zone which you are working. So load the related lists. So do you want all the related lists to be loaded with the form or after form loads or on demand? That means, so it will be really helpful. So the best way to use it is on demand. So, so if you open any of the record, so this is the problem record, right? So if you go down, you can see as I have selected this on demand as of now, I am getting load related list. Okay. So only if I click on this load related list, all the related lists will be loading, and then I'll be getting all these related list incidents, affected CAs. Okay. So unless I need it, I don't want this, right? So with this, the benefit is like whenever we open any form, we don't want to load all the related list until and unless we click. So if with that, you can improve the performance. Okay. So after the form loads means first problems, like all the problem record details will be loading, and then the related list records will be loading. So the recommended way is on demand. So in production, everyone should use on demand. Okay, so that it won't affect the performance of that particular instance. Okay. So all these are similar kind of things, like use compact spacing modes means the in the list view, the space between these. Okay. Show help tips on forms. So if there are any help tips, they can show, I guess. So I need even like need to check. Okay. So always show navigation, show top navigation. Like always show top navigation is, for example, I opened this problem record, right? But there is no navigation. Okay. So there is no navigation here. But if I select always show top navigation, so if I check that, if I open any problem record or any, I guess, let's see what is this. When opening a new browser tab or window from the menu, the top navigation persists. You can continue to access your menu. So, like for example, let me open. So here we have the navigation available. Okay, generally, if I click on incident, it will be open in this particular tab only, right? But if I open in any other new tab, generally I'll lose this navigation. I need to come back here. Here actually it should be there, but I don't know why it's not applying. Okay, it went up, I guess. So it is not turned on. Then let me turn on. So every time if I open in every like even if you open a new tab or anything, the navigation will be coming. Okay, for every page you will be seeing the navigation. So do you want like that? So that is the configuration which they are providing, right? And similarly, we have something other like in the accessibility, show the date and time formats, like which formats they are using, or replace colors with charts. So and enabling shortcuts, all these for accessibility. So reduce the motion means like if they have any visibility issues, they can use these. Okay. So coming to notifications, workspace notifications and out of the box UI notifications. For example, if you do not want any emails, okay, then you can uncheck this. I don't want any emails from this particular instance. Okay, this is for this particular user. For example, I don't want this approval notification, like approval message response. Then you can uncheck this. Okay, all this will be here. And for the workspace, so those will be like workspace related notification. Okay. So if you want to do any debugging, you can open the script debugger. And if you like, there will be ATF, which will be test framework that if you want to inspect, then you can check that. Okay, so those are the preferences. And impersonate user is generally I logged in as here system administrator, right? So here I am an admin, but I might need to open like for example, I am developing something which is to be visible, which is to be visible only for admins. And I do not want that particular table to be accessible by end users or any new joinees or something like that. Then if you want to test that whatever the developer scenario, you can click on impersonate user, like and you can select as a which user you want to impersonate. So once you impersonate, what will happen? So like for able tutor, how this particular instance will be looking. Okay. So as able tutor is logging in the first time, he is also getting the same kind of experience. Okay. But here he has only few navigations available. Why? Because he's having very less roles compared to admin. Okay. And the incidents, all the related data will be related to him only. Okay. He's not able to see any incidents because he might not have the access. Okay. Because we have impersonated here. Okay. So you, if you want to come out of it, you can click on end impersonation. And elevate role is the elevate role we will be using in ACLs. So that I'll be telling you when we talk about ACLs. And this is a printer friendly version whenever you want to print something, and this is a logout button. Okay, so that's the just basic introduction. So uh, I'll be just talking about normal incidents or any other table searches, how you can use searches effectively on the for this class. Okay, so uh, like generally how we'll be opening any table is we will be having this applications and modules under it, right? So if I want open instance, I can directly click on open and I can see only open incidents. Means I can see with some filter applied, which is active push through. Okay. And if I want assign to me, then I can click on assign to me. So here I am saying active true and assign to system administrator. As there are no records assigned to system administrator, I'm not seeing any records here. Okay. So why this is helpful is like directly when someone want to open, like for example, I'm working as an agent. So I want to resolve those tickets as soon as possible. So I'll be checking assigned to me. But as a manager, I want what are all the open tickets which are not yet resolved. I want to see. Then I can see open records. And as a team lead, I might want to assign all the tickets to someone so that it will be getting resolved as soon as possible. Okay. And as manager or DM, I want to see the result record so that I can see how many records we resolved yesterday or how many records are pending with user. All those you can directly click and check. Okay. So, and one more reason not to give not to open all the records is like the all the records in the production instance, it will be very like huge number of records will be there. Okay. Here you might see very less number of records, all which is for 6 to 7 hours, very less. But in real cases, in real scenarios, you shouldn't use all, like you shouldn't use all the records at the time. So for example, it has some 2 million or 3 million records, which will be generally any big instance or any customer facing instance will be having. So at that time, if you open all the records at the same time, the loading time of that particular form will be more. And because of you, other people will face the like loading issue. They won't be able to open the forms. It will be slow for them. Okay. So to avoid that, so the best practice to use it, like whatever the records you need, open that. Okay. And so you can see here, right? For example, let me go back to the classic UI without opening the forms, like in the preferences. Let me remove this always navigation. Okay. And let me open any incidents or something like from here. So for example, incident open. Okay. You can see here active equals to true, right? So if you want, like for example, in active equals to true, I want which are open today or open this week. Okay. So how you can check it, how you can do it, like you will be having the filter conditions here from where you can select all those. Okay. So you can select which are opened on today, means whatever the records open today, you can directly search here. Okay. Like that, you can apply more filters to get the exact values which you need. Okay. And like in this filter, you can use multiple combinations or however you want. For example, you might want some updated by field is there, uh, updated by some user, like that. Okay. And if there are any like user, for example, caller field is something which who has created that particular incident, right? So if you want caller, apart from normal, like caller is some particular user, whenever you are selecting, if we have one more option which is dynamic. So if you select is dynamic, what you will be getting? You will be getting is dynamic me or one of my assignments or one or users with roles, something like that, right? Okay. So if you directly see select caller is me, then in the caller, if the value as current logged in user, for me it will be system administrator, right? So I'll be directly getting the record which are opened by me, like where caller is me, right? So similarly, it will be for that particular user. So you can use this dynamic option whenever you want. For the logged in user, if you want some records to be displayed, or whenever you want to query all those, right? So then you can use this. Okay. So and there are or operations and operations. So generally and or means like if both needs to be satisfied, then you can use and. If at least one of them needs to be satisfied, then you can use or. Okay. For example, active true or for example, some other condition. You want both the results, then you can use or condition. Okay. Uh, and if you want to sort it, for example, I want to sort by open. I can directly click on this open so that it will be sorted in any order. So as of now, it's sorted in descending order, right? If you click on this particular here, you can directly check it's sorted or not. If you want sort by ascending, then you can click here so that it will be sorted in ascending order. So we got from 2015 here. Okay. You want latest, then you can sort in descending order. Okay. 3 months ago, it's sorted like that. That's about form. So here you can see how the URL is constructing. So this is the instance name. And so here incident is the table name. As we are in the list view, we got underscore list dot do. Okay. And in the sysparam query, we will be having the query which is being applied to this particular table. So as of now, the applied query is active true. So here active is true is there, right? Active equals to true. So that is encoded and it's been here. So there will be URL encoding. So for equal to, it will be percentile 3D. So for active equals to true, it has been applied like this, and it's getting us the result. So if you change anything here, it will also change in the URL. Okay. For example, urgency is high. So active equals to true and urgency is high. So whatever the value for the urgency, I guess it's 1. So it's applied at the back end here. Okay. And if you right click on it, you will be getting few options like open in new window, means the same thing will be open in new window. Copy URL means you will be getting this particular URL. And there is something called copy query. So if you click on copy query, this query, whenever you are developing, you can use in any glide records and all, right? So if you check what is the query, it is active equals to true, and this is and. Okay, active equals to true and urgency is 1. Okay, so that's how it is generating the query, and same query you can use in your scripts by right clicking and copying the query. Okay. So and if you want to directly open in the incidents, how you can do is like you can use, we know the table name now, right? So the table name is incident, backend table name is incident. So you can directly type incident and dot capital LIST. If you use, it will be opening in a new tab, and if you use small LIST, it will be opening in the same tab. Okay. And if you want to open a new record, then you can use incident.form. So I want to create new incident directly from here. Then you can use incident.form. So that here from here we can create new record. And for example, we are in a production instance and we don't want all the records to be like visible, like right. So then how you can use it? Like for example, you can open incident.filter. Okay, incident.filter. So if you use incident.filter, what will happening? Only this particular filter will be loading. No records will be loaded at this time. So after applying this particular filter, all the records will be like, for example, you want all the records open today. Okay. I want, then I can click on run. Then I'll be getting the results. As of now, I guess there are no records. That's why it's not showing up. For example, you might want like any other things like active is true or any other thing, right? So if you have the backend name available, then you can directly use this. So for example, you want log. So first you can type the table name dot filter, and then you can search which are created on today or something like that. Message contains. So this particular filter like table name dot filter will be very useful in the production instance because it won't affect the performance. Okay, as like if you are working as an administrator and you are opening multiple tables, that might cause impact for the other agents or anyone who is reporting an issue by opening an instance, whoever is using. Okay. And in any table, like you can directly open this, like created on, right? Here you can see some arrows, right? So as of now, like created on today I have selected, but I can select message starts with something. For example, node I have selected. Okay. So whenever you are applying filters, here I have selected message starts with node. Okay. So I got this particular record. So as it's starting with node, here I have given small node, but even here it is capital node. It is giving the results. Why? Because the search in ServiceNow is case insensitive. That means even if you give capital node or small node or combination of small and capital, it will be working, right? So if I click on this search, you will be getting this particular search, so that you can directly search it. For example, if instead of small I can give capital E, still I'll be getting the result because it searches with case insensitive. That means it won't check for the case, it will be just checking for the value. Okay. So as of now, as it's you can see message starts with, right? But you might want something where node is present anywhere in this particular message. Then what you can use star before that particular message, and you can click on enter, so that wherever the node is present in this message, it will be giving all the results. For example, in this node is here, right? And here the node is here, and the node is here. Similarly, wherever the node is present in any way, wherever, so here it is giving me the result because the message contains node. Whenever you apply star, it will be working as wherever it contains. Similarly, we have other things as well. Like generally we use star and starts with, okay, and ends with or doesn't contain, like that. You can even use those when, like as and when required. Okay. So but directly if you want to search, you don't have to go here and apply the filter. You can directly click on this search if it is not available. Okay. And then you can directly give star whatever the information you wanted to search. Okay. And here also there is a small search available where here it can from here also you can directly search. For example, message contains something, you can directly from search here as well. Okay. So any other thing you want me to cover, like, and in some like in this particular table, like in some cases you might want to see other things as well. For example, I'll open incident. Okay, there is this icon, right? Personalized list. Okay, so this personalized list will be only applicable to you. Means it's what are the fields you want to see it. It's not, it won't be applicable to everyone. As an end user, like what are the like what are all the fields you want to see. Whenever you click on this gear icon, like for example, I want active field. Okay, I can double click on it. Otherwise, I can select this and I can click on this. Okay, And if you want to select multiple things, then you can use shift forward, like upward slash, if you want to select all the things. Otherwise, if you want to select active ones and for example resolved, okay, you can use control followed click. You can use control and click so that you can select whatever the fields you want to select, and then you can click on this to add. So once everything has been added, as these are selected, if you want to move up, you can move up so that it will be showing here. And once you click on OK, so here I can see those fields resolved and active here, right? So this is only will be applicable to you how you want to see this particular information. Okay. And for example, Joe employee is there. With Joe employee, I want all the caller information. So what you can do, you can right click and click on, if you click on show matching. So show matching means with Joe employee, what are all the other records which are matching? Okay, that information it will be giving. Okay. So, and you will be having other information like that, like any, if you want to directly assign this record to yourself, you can directly right click. Okay, but for all the records which will be applying is show matching and filter out. Show filter out is opposite to show matching. Filter out means which are where caller is not Carol. Okay. Show matching is which is matching with this particular record. Okay. So that's the like that's how we use this particular list whenever we are working or whenever you are uh, selecting. So I'll be giving quick introduction about how the forms will be and how we can use it. So if you open any form, mainly here you can see. Okay, generally here the top one will be the table name, what table we have used, and the below one will be like display value. The display value means for any of the form, we will be having the display value. Like for example, for incident, we have incident number we are showing, whatever the incident number we are showing here. Okay, let me open any other record. For example, this log record is there, right? So if I try to open this particular record, I'm getting created. So when it is created, this field I am getting here. Why? Because that is the display value. So regarding display value, I'll discuss more when we come to that particular classes. Okay, and here the forms in this form you can see. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, bro.
Okay, so here you can see these particular tables in 2 rows and 1 row, right? Like it's in 2 columns and it is in 1 column. So how you can design this, that I'll be discussing in the next classes. Okay, and this particular section with tabs you are able to see, right? So all these tabs we call it as sections. So in the incident we have few tabs where you want, for example, all the nodes to be here, like work nodes and activities. Okay, and any related records you want here, right? And the resolution information. So here we have created few sections, and in these sections we are showing something. So this particular section we call it as like generally we call this as sections. Okay, tabs. Okay, and in the top you can see some buttons, right? Update or resolve or delete. So these buttons are UI actions. Like if you want to do any actions, like if you want to resolve this, then you can directly click on this, right? So the same buttons will be available at the bottom as well. Okay, And under this particular buttons, we have related links. Okay, so any UI actions, if you want as a links, then all the related links will be visible here. Okay, and all the related lists, okay, all the related lists will be visible here. For example, uh, SLAs or problems or child incidents, all those, any related records you want to show, like here, these are different records altogether, but which are related to incident. So if you want to show that particular information, then you can use the related list. Okay. That's it for today's class.